Hi Rangers, this is Mr. Lundberg here to share with you how to do your moon observations for the month of April and what you're going to need. If you haven't been able to get into Schoology, this is what week one looks like for science. We have day one questions about the moon, moon observations. Day three begin moon observations. This is actually tomorrow, Wednesday. Um, how was your first moon observation and moon surprise? But it says do not open till Friday. So there's the challenge to wait till Friday. Now, to start with, we had questions about the moon on Monday, and many of you were able to post what you did. I did want to suggest that when you open this moon KWP chart, that you make a copy of it. How you make a copy of it is you open that up, and I apologize, my internet's going a little slow. I'm going to try and improve that today. With this KWL chart, you can open that link. Sorry about that. On the file, you go to make a copy. You can see even teachers make mistakes. When you make a copy, it'll ask you to make a copy. If you put your name on that, you could put copy of student's name, whatever your name is, or a moon chart, and you can share it with me. But you click OK, and it'll open a new window, and you'll be able to type in there your answers on the moon chart. Now, if you are not able to do that, then what you can do is just write your own moon chart. You can take this sheet and just copy it onto a piece of paper. It's only 3 questions. I've already had a couple students do that as well, and that would be fine. So to go back to where we were, you come up here to week 1, motion of sky. And one thing to do too also is if you could submit it right here. And then several of you have already commented on the discussion piece, just write in the discussion there. And going back today, Tuesday, is day 2. I went a little too far, sorry about that. And this is what I wanted to focus on for this video, was day 2 and what you're going to need. So if you click on here, you'll find directions from NASA. You're going to be an astronomer, and NASA has given you a mission. And what you'll need is, I'm going to show you in a video here quickly what you're going to need. And I apologize, sometimes you have to scroll down. It doesn't show everything. If you come over here and adjust, I think it's right here. Some of you may know how to do this better than I do. But if you adjust the fit there, it might be a little too small, but at least you can see more of it. So this is the directions you're going to need to follow. Here's the observation journal, the NASA Moon Journal. You're going to need a pencil, a notebook. Flashlight's optional because it might be dark at night when you go out to write. And you're going to be responsible for observing the moon daily. So be sure to date them. I will show you the forms that you're going to use. And every Monday, you're going to share it with me. So every Monday, you'll either take a picture or do something to share with me. There's a rubric that'll be on there too. And when you click on the Moon Observation Journal, it'll open up a new page. And it'll take you to NASA. And this is actually the pages that you'll need. Now, you can print these out. If you're not able to print, you can just draw them. These questions, you can read ahead of time, but those won't be due till the end of the month, okay? And let's go ahead and look at what this material looks like under the screen. Let me do this. I'll hide this. Okay, so I have my journal here. If you don't have a composition book, that's okay. You can use a spiral bound. You can just use paper. If you just find some paper and put it together, make a journal. Here are the pages that I've printed out. This is the space journal. Let me see if I can make that look a little sharper. Okay, so it says spend the next month getting to know the moon. Set aside some time each day to look at the moon. Record your observations in the log provided on the back of this page. Once you have completed your observations for the whole month, answer the questions below. So again, this is a month-long project. It's going to take a little while, but that's okay. That's what scientists do. And we're at home. So hey, you got lots of time to do it. What I did want to tell you was I'm looking at, for scoring wise, if you get 5 to 7 days out of the week, that's going to be an A. Okay, I know you might miss a day or two, and that happens. If you get 4 out of the 7 days for the week, you'll be doing good. You'll be getting a B. Okay, so I just want you to know those. Be aware of that. Now here is the chart, and I already started one, so I just wanted to show you what you're going to be doing for the day. And it gives you directions up here on what to do. What you need to be careful of, it says, illustrate how the moon looks each day by shading in the circles to reflect the shape of the moon. For example, if you see the whole moon, you do not need to shade in any part of the circle. So if it's a whole moon, you won't be shading in. Notice this is what I saw last night. I'm sorry, on Tuesday, I saw Sunday night. This is what I saw Sunday night. And Monday tonight, what I saw was, I'll date it, 3:30. At 7 p.m., I'm going to, what I saw was a little similar, but a little bit bigger. And obviously I'm not perfect, but just shade it in the best you can. I suggest using pencil, just in case you make a mistake, you can erase it. And again, if you're not able to print this formula, you can do it right in your journal. I'll show you my journal entries for this week so far and what they look like. And hey, I'll be doing it with you too. So don't think that I'm getting out of this either. Now, here's what it kind of looked like. It was a little bigger than last night, or the night before. I did take a picture with my phone on Sunday, but it didn't really turn out that great. So there's the moon. I guess you could zoom in and see it, but when I look at the picture, it really doesn't look like what it actually did. It actually looks bigger than it actually did. So taking a picture is good, but if you don't, that's okay. That's not a requirement. Now, what I would suggest is trying to go out the same time every night. It doesn't have to be the exact same time, and there's going to be some nights where maybe we find that, hey, I can't find the moon that night. So you may have to do something different for that. Another thing is if you don't see the moon, maybe we need to figure out why we're not seeing the moon that night. So that might be something to research or look up. And I would go ahead and if you have this chart, if you're able to print it out, go ahead and put in all the dates. Oops, sorry, I forgot we're still in March here. So March 31st, April 1st, and so on, okay? 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And I want to get up to here because I want to show you right here on the 5th. This is where on the next Monday, you'll be responsible for sharing what you have so far. Now, for the first week, you're only going to have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations. So today, Tuesday, is about setting up the observations and getting everything ready. So you won't be responsible for these 3 days, but if you want to, you can. You can look at my chart, you can copy what I did. But starting Wednesday is the official start date. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there'll be 5 days that you're responsible for there, okay, to start with. And then after that, you'll have 7 days each week. Now, what you're going to find is we get to the end of this week and we're kind of run out. So you might need to have 2 copies of these to finish up April with. Because if we add 7 to here, we get 4, 11, 4, 18, 4, 25. Okay. So then you're going to run out. So you either can do it on the back side or just draw in your journal. Now, the journal is an important part of this because this is where you make your observations. So on Sunday night, I dated the 29th, and these are my observations. I walked out front of my house and saw the moon high above me a little bit towards the western horizon. It was 7 p.m. There was still sunlight, but the sun was not visible, so the sky was a deep blue color. The moon looked like a smile, like the cat from Alice in Wonderland. I'll be honest, I didn't know how to spell Cheshire cat, so I've just put that. I did not observe any stars. The fraction of the moon that was lit up was facing the sun. And then I want you to add a question, maybe question one or two, or maybe you have a lot of questions. But my question that night was, why is the shaded side of the moon, if I should put the moon, curved? So, why is the shaded side curved? Okay. And then, so really, it's basically the date, observations, and questions. What do you want to know? And then these questions might turn into something we explore later on, or you look up on your own if you want to answer your questions. The next night, Monday night, I wrote, I again walked out front of my house at 7 p.m. The moon was in a similar position as the night before, but a little further west. That's an important note, is how does the moon change throughout the month? What position in the sky? This time I did see what looked like a star east of the moon, but I wonder if it is a planet. The sky was still a deep blue color with some sunlight, but the sun was not visible. And I actually had some more questions this night. I was thinking, well, what if I was in a different part of the Earth? What would that look like? So I said, does the moon look the same from different parts of the Earth? What does the moon look like from the perspective of Australia or the North and South Poles? Is there anywhere on Earth where you cannot see the moon? And I thought, well, I could probably search that and find the answer to that pretty easily and see what the moon looks like on different parts of the planet. So that's just what you're going to be responsible for this month. Again, I know it might be difficult. You might miss some nights, and that's okay. But just try to pick up where you can. And there are places that you can find out where the moon looks like each night. But don't cheat and go on the internet and just color all these in for the whole month. That defeats the purpose. As an astronomer, you want to get out each night. And we're kind of cooped up in our houses, a lot of us right now. So it's good to get out and check out things. Just looking at some of the questions, just to review, you might want to read these ahead. Did the moon look the same each day? If not, describe how it changed throughout the months. Did you see the moon at the same time each day throughout the month? Was there a pattern to the time when you were able or not able to observe it? If so, describe the pattern. And then you can read these questions. This will be done at the end of the month, but if you want to start answering them before, you can, because I think the last Monday, the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, oh yeah, it's the Friday. The last Friday of the month is when this will be due. So that last week of the month, you probably want to start working on these questions and either write them down in your journal, type them in a Google Doc. I don't think you're going to have enough room to write your answers on here. So I would say transfer your answers to a Google Doc, and then you can share that with me, and there'll be a place in Schoology to upload that. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know. It's good talking to many of you. I'm looking forward to hearing from more of you. And just remember, let's see this. If you go to, again, in Schoology, you're going to be looking for places for submissions. Where you see the word submissions, that's where you want to submit. If you look at the discussions, you can see where people are discussing things. Now, if you didn't submit a discussion, if you're not talking about it or you're not able to, if you just want to send me your questions, I can post them for you. Okay, and I can share that with you. But let me know. All right. And just remember, if no one's told you they believe in you today, know that we do. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking with many of you. Bye.